The lights were dimmed, the audience hushed, and the cameras locked in. A familiar figure walked on stage, tall, graceful, and with that undeniable presence that could capture the room even before a single word was spoken. Barack Obama, former President of the United States, adjusted the microphone ever so slightly, his warm smile spreading across his face as the crowd erupted in cheers. But tonight, his words weren't about politics, policies, or power struggles. Tonight, they were about something far deeper, something personal, something that carried a fire within it. He leaned closer to the mic, looked around at the young faces staring up at him, and said, "You know, a broken bar people used to say playing like a girl was an insult. But I'm here to tell you a broken bar playing like a girl means you're a badass." The room burst into laughter, applause, and even tears, because in that moment, Obama wasn't just speaking to the girls in the room, he was speaking to everyone who had ever been underestimated, overlooked, or told they weren't good enough. And as his words echoed through the auditorium, there was one girl sitting in the front row who felt as if he were speaking directly to her. Her name was Layla. Layla was just 16, a high school basketball player who had been told all her life that she wasn't built for sports. Her brothers mocked her shots, her classmates teased her when she missed, and even her coaches sometimes doubted if she had the strength to lead the team. "You shoot like a girl," they'd sneer. But Layla refused to quit. She practiced until her hands blistered, ran drills until her lungs burned, and studied every move of the greats. Still, deep down, the weight of those words had settled in her chest like a stone. And now here she was, watching Obama on stage, her heart pounding as if fate itself had led her to this very seat. Obama began to tell stories not just about politics, but about resilience, about watching his own daughters grow into strong, unstoppable women, about Michelle teaching him every single day what true strength looked like. He spoke of Serena Williams dominating tennis courts, of Simone Biles defying gravity, of Malala Yousafzai standing up to oppression, and of countless everyday women who changed the world by refusing to accept limits placed upon them. Strength, Obama said firmly, isn't about the size of your muscles. It's about the size of your spirit. And if anyone ever tells you that playing like a girl means you're weak, you look them in the eye and say, "That's right. I play like a girl, and that makes me unstoppable." The crowd roared, but Layla didn't clap. She sat frozen, every word etching itself into her bones. For the first time, she wasn't ashamed of the phrase "like a girl." For the first time, she thought maybe it was a badge of honor. After the event, Layla lingered in the hall, watching people leave with smiles and inspired conversations. But she stayed quiet, her mind replaying Obama's words over and over. When she finally walked home that night, the city lights glowing around her, she made herself a silent promise. "I will never apologize for playing like a girl again. I will own it. I will live it." The next day at practice, something shifted. The team was running drills, and one of her teammates smirked when Layla missed a shot. Classic. Playing like a girl. The words echoed like they always did, but this time, Layla didn't shrink. She stood tall, grinned, and shot back. "Yeah? And that means I'm about to smoke you on this court." Her teammates laughed, but there was something different in their eyes, a respect. From that moment on, every shot, every sprint, every play carried a fire. Layla wasn't just playing basketball anymore. She was making a statement. Weeks later, her team entered the regional championships, the first time their school had qualified in years. Layla's heart thundered in her chest as the crowd filled the stands. She remembered every cruel word, every doubt, every smirk. And then she remembered Obama's voice, "Playing like a girl means you're a badass." The game was brutal. The opposing team was stronger, faster, louder. By halftime, they were down by 15 points. Her coach looked defeated, her teammates frustrated. But Layla refused to bow her head. She stood in the center of the huddle, sweat dripping, breath heavy, and said, "We're not done. We're girls. And we're gonna show them exactly what that means." The second half was electric. Layla ran the court like lightning, sinking shots she never thought she could make, passing with precision, and defending with a fire that ignited her team. The crowd chanted her name, the scoreboard ticked closer, and with seconds left, Layla found the ball in her hands. One chance, one shot. She took it. The buzzer rang. The ball swooshed through the net. Victory. The stadium erupted. Her teammates lifted her high, and for the first time in her life, Layla believed she wasn't just a good player, she was unstoppable. She played like a girl, and it felt powerful. As she stood on the court that night, trophy in hand, she knew her journey had only begun. But she also knew something else. That voice from the stage, that spark that started it all, had rewritten her story forever. Weeks after the championship, Layla's life had changed. People at school who once doubted her now walked up to congratulate her. Little girls from the neighborhood came to watch her practice, their eyes shining with admiration. She wasn't just a player anymore, she was becoming a role model. But with that newfound recognition came pressure. Every game felt heavier. Every shot carried expectations. One night, after a particularly rough loss, Layla sat alone in the empty gym, staring at the hoop. She could still hear the whispers from the stands, though maybe it was just luck. She's good, but not that good. Her confidence wavered. The words of her critics crept back into her head, threatening to undo everything she had built. She clenched her fists, tears stinging her eyes. And then she remembered the speech. Obama's voice. The way he spoke about his daughters, about resilience, about owning your power. She whispered to herself, playing like a girl means you're a badass. She said it again, louder, stronger, until the gym wasn't filled with doubt anymore but with her own declaration. The next day, something incredible happened. Her coach walked up to her with a letter. It was an invitation to a youth leadership summit where Barack Obama himself would be speaking again. Layla's heart stopped. She had a chance to see him again. When the day arrived, she wore her team jersey under her jacket, a reminder of who she was and how far she had come. The summit was packed with young leaders, athletes, and dreamers from all over the country. When Obama finally walked out, the energy was electric once more. He spoke about hope, about courage, about lifting each other up. And then, during the Q&A, Layla felt her hand shoot up before she could think. A microphone was passed to her. Her heart raced. "Mr. Obama," she began, her voice trembling, "I don't think you'll remember, but I was at your speech weeks ago when you said playing like a girl means you're a badass. That night changed my life. I was always told I couldn't be strong enough or fast enough, but because of your words, I led my team to win our first championship. So I just want to say thank you for reminding me that being a girl isn't a weakness. It's my superpower." The crowd gasped, clapped, and even cheered. Obama looked directly at her, smiling that warm, fatherly smile. "Young lady," he said, "I may not remember every face in the audience, but I'll remember yours now. Because you didn't just listen to my words, you lived them. And that's what being a leader is all about." Layla felt her chest tighten, her eyes water, but this time it wasn't sadness, it was pride. She wasn't just inspired anymore. She was an inspiration. As the event ended, people swarmed her, asking questions, wanting to hear her story. And that night, when she finally returned home, Layla sat in her room, phone in hand, recording a video. She looked straight into the camera, her voice steady, her heart on fire. To anyone out there who's ever been told you can't do something because you're a girl, because you're not strong enough, fast enough, or tough enough, I want you to hear this. Playing like a girl means you're a badass. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Believe in yourself. Fight for yourself. And when you step onto whatever field, court, or stage is yours, play like a girl and change the world. She paused, smiled, and added, "If this message spoke to you, hit that like button and subscribe, because together, we're building a community of strength, resilience, and unstoppable power. Let's show the world what it really means to play like a girl." The video went viral. Millions watched, thousands shared, and somewhere across the world, another young girl sat in her room, feeling the same fire Layla once felt in that auditorium. And so, the cycle continued. Inspiration passed down, power shared, voices rising. Layla knew her journey had only just begun. But one thing was certain: she was ready to lead, ready to fight, ready to play like a girl. And the world would never forget it.